up the majority of our time, that leaves a small amount, or even none, to do what we want.
To lie or not to lie?
Is there such thing as a true myth?
5 million selfies taken a day and 2.5 million uploaded.
Is it better to be told a friendly lie than hurtful truth?
At LAMDA, we believe in the power of the spoken word to transform lives. That's why it's so important that every young person has the opportunity to develop their speaking and listening skills so they can become a confident, creative communicator. Following a successful pilot funded by Paul Hamlin Foundation, we are delighted to launch the first qualification in our new LAMDA Schools Award portfolio to meet this need head-on.
I was thrilled when I first heard about this, and it's a really good added benefit for our students, I think.
For a long time in education, this aspect of the curriculum, oracy or speaking and listening as it's sometimes called, has sadly been underserved. Students need to be able to be confident speakers, they need to be articulate, they need to be able to hold their own.
And that practice and speaking out serves them through school and beyond into life, one of those soft skills which all the employers say our students need.
The qualification has given us a validated outcome, so it's given us that opportunity to actually say this is now worth something.
We want them to be articulate young people, and we recognise that in order to do that, it's not just going to happen, particularly for our pupils. They need to be taught ways to do that.
That's why LAMDA has created a Level 2 award in speaking and listening skills. It's nationally recognised by Ofqual and has been specifically designed to be delivered within core curriculum. It can easily integrate into the school timetable and allows learners to develop a wide range of skills. These include preparing and delivering confident speeches and listening to the views of others, as well as applying these skills in their day-to-day academic work.
And having the rigour and the formality of doing it through LAMDA and a proper qualification really raises the stakes.
Particularly in Key Stage 3, because we think if we can develop those kind of skills there, then as they move up the school it will have a huge impact, not just in terms of academic outcomes, but also in terms of cultural capital and the doors that it will open to them when they move into wider society situations.
Particularly in a school like ours, which is serving a very, very deprived intake.
And so I see this as very much that kind of strategy that will raise standards for all and particularly close the gap for those pupils who might come from backgrounds where they're not having the kind of opportunities to discuss things in more detail.
The award is divided into 2 units. In Unit 1, every student will research, plan and deliver a short persuasive speech to an imagined audience. So they will select and research a topic, considering all of the arguments, then draft their speech and deliver it to a LAMDA examiner visiting the school.
It's giving them the experience of being able to research ideas, present their ideas, essentially developing learners who are far more mature and capable, ready to face all sorts of different challenges in the future.
They really are interested in talking about some of these topics and they're interested in their opinion being heard. So giving them 2.5 to 3 minutes of just them being able to speak has been quite delightful because they've really enjoyed it.
Later in life, you're going to be put with people that you don't really know, and then if you have that confidence, then you can get on with them easier.
Unit 2 concentrates on group discussion skills, where groups of between 3 and 5 learners select and research a topic, considering all the arguments and counter-arguments. The learners are then assessed by a visiting LAMDA examiner on a 10-minute group discussion. This assessment focuses on their ability to really listen to the views of others in their group and to respect these views, as well as the contribution they make to the discussion.
It was quite lovely to see over a course of about 3 weeks. Suddenly they could debate something with a bit more excitement or a bit more enthusiasm, or their vocab was suddenly heightened.
The focus on listening to other people has really improved, because what used to happen is someone would give an answer in a whole class discussion or even in a group discussion, it wouldn't be listened to.
I really liked engaging with others and learning about people's multiple interpretations about how they take in the topic.
I never thought things like body language and specific things about you can affect a discussion.
I think the flexibility within the kind of the curriculum that you've put together at LAMDA has been really helpful, because it means you can adapt it to support the work that you're already doing in the classroom.
Which is lovely, because it means that it's not extra work for the teacher, it just goes alongside what you're doing already.
So in Year 8 we already do a speech, and in Year 9 we already read books that are kind of very political heavy issues like Animal Farm, which lend themselves to group discussion. So there are very kind of seamless spots in the curriculum where you can drop this in in.
The students have been so enthusiastic about it. They'll come into classes and they'll say, is it LAMDA today? And if I have to say, no, sorry, it's of mice and men, it's like, oh, right, okay. And normally of mice and men would be the preferred option.
And they're telling their friends that aren't part of the pilot scheme all about it, and it's creating quite a buzz across school.
Just in terms of the relationships between the students and the relationship between me and the students, it's had a really positive impact there as well.
They actually did the practical exam today. They came out with massive grins on their faces and they just had that real sense of achievement.
The biggest challenges were making sure the speech was clear and sound natural and you delivered it right.
It's a really enjoyable experience and to do as best as you can.
We're already seeing the impact that it's having on our students and we are excited now to scale it so that in time 100% of students will take this qualification as part of their Key Stage 3 curriculum. Through the work they're doing with LAMDA, their performance in all subjects will be lifted.